Though all Australians should be celebrating, I think, as it seems we might finally have a genuine contest of ideas around our country's energy future. And if the coalition is to be believed, finally, a rational debate around the need for Australia to embrace nuclear energy. Now, like it or not, we have signed up to global emission reduction targets, including an ambition to get Australia to net zero by 2050. And indeed, in some states, Victoria included, they have frog marched that backwards. They aim to get to zero in 2045. Populist idea, but almost impossible to achieve. Now, the realists among us realise this is nothing more than an ambition, a goal, a pipe dream. But there it is. And coincidentally, my column up online just a couple of hours ago in the Herald Sun ends with a suggestion that the coal-fired power stations in the Latrobe Valley in Victoria could be converted into nuclear power stations because of their existing skilled workforce, their proximity to the existing grid, plus, of course, the industrial history of those communities. This model could be repeated at power stations and power sites right around Australia. Little did I know that the federal opposition was about to hint at a future energy policy based along similar lines. Opposition energy spokesman Ted O'Brien will join me shortly. I was prompted to write about energy this week after a catastrophic summer storm smashed Victoria, collapsing some ageing transmission towers to the west of Geelong, triggering the Loy Yang A coal-fired power station to shut down. Incredibly, though, today, I saw the Teal Independent, Zali Steggall, the member for the Northern Beaches, talking through her hat, as usual, about ageing power stations falling over.
The reality is Victoria has an outage because it's relying on an ageing fossil fuel coal-powered power station that has tripped, that's gone out. We have to transition to modern day technology.
Incredible. Now, someone needs to explain to Zali that Loy Yang went off the grid because wind blew over the transmission lines. It was a safety issue and it worked like it should have. 500,000 homes and businesses were then blacked out by that, plus localised destruction of power lines, bringing down trees, and the market operator had no choice but to turn off supply when those lines went down. Now, it proved Victoria, like other major states, especially New South Wales and South Australia, hang by a thread. Queensland's not much better, with energy providers actually shutting down Queenslanders' air conditioners remotely during a recent hot spell. I still can't believe that. And who can ever forget what happened that time back in Adelaide when the interconnector to Victoria failed? The whole city was blacked out, no traffic lights anywhere. And in Victoria, it wasn't just households. Now, this week, they lost 7 major train lines. They were shut down. 550 sets of traffic lights went black, and all those states are now captured by the global warming alarmists who are arguing for ever more extreme emission reduction targets, all the while demonising coal and gas and, pushing solar and wind and flat out refusing to embrace clean nuclear. Now, it's madness, with Victoria's radical Green left Jacinta Allen government actually banning gas exploration and worse, telling every Victorian that any new house build will be banned from connecting to the gas grid. Why would you do that? Worse, if your gas hot water heater breaks down, have a listen to this, or your gas stove, you will have to replace it with an electric item, an electric hot water system and an electric cooktop, induction, at your own cost, by the way. What do you think was better? Who do you think was better off Tuesday night in those blackouts? Gas to cook with? Gas to have a shower with hot water? It shows how stupid these people calling for a ban are. So bring on the contest of ideas. Let Australians go to an election and decide for themselves with their vote whether they want to take advantage of globally significant reserves of coal, of gas and uranium. Let's just hope the opposition has the bottle to hold their nerve and let the election result fall where it will.